And this is my project on assessment tools comparison. The two assessments I selected were questioning and IXL. Questioning is a tool that every teacher uses. We use it to keep our students engaged, promote student understanding, and we just want to see our students' thinking process. IXL Math is an online math program that offers customized learning, and it ranges from pre-K to calculus. For my assessment tool questioning, just a quick description. This allows teachers to probe comprehension and uncover misconceptions. Through questioning, such as follow-up questions, students can justify their answers, expand their ideas, and close gaps in misconceptions. So for an example of how I use questioning in my classroom, I use this classroom screen, the randomizer tool, where I put all my students' names in, and I click it, and it just gives me a student's name to the question I want to answer, and I will ask them. So this is how I keep all my students engaged, and I make sure that they're on their toes. Some questions I might ask is, what would my next step be? What does this number or variable represent? Questioning can even be in the form of an exit ticket. Like I like to ask my students, thumbs up, thumbs down, did you understand? Middle way thumbs if you are still struggling and I need to maybe re-go over something. Evidence of learning, strengths, and limitations of questioning. So, some evidence of learning, students are able to correct their peers, their use of mathematical language will increase. This also demonstrates a higher understanding and their ability to create connections across different topics. For strengths and limitations, we have immediate feedback. This engages students actively and builds a deeper understanding and just promoting that mathematical discourse. Also, differentiation. Some limitations may include potentially unequal participation. We might have those students who just don't want to talk today. It could be time consuming. We might have student anxiety as well. When to use questioning and the why behind using it. I would use questioning during a lesson as a formative assessment at the start of class to check for prior knowledge, during activities while I am potentially one-on-one with a student to promote some critical thinking, and at the end of class as an exit ticket to access some key takeaways from the lesson. My next assessment tool is IXL. IXL, like as stated before, it ranges from pre-K to calculus. Teachers can assign specific standards and skills and allow them to work independently. You can match these with your state standards. Evidence of learning includes accuracy of responses, increased student performance. Reports will show growth, deeper learning over time, and this gives some insight on what your student may have a misconception about. This is an example I have of IXL where our student is to combine like terms. And as you can see in our second picture, it also has a video on a lesson of simplifying expressions, which can help a student. They might need to look at that video. And it also gives an explanation if they got it wrong on the proper steps in order to get the question correct. Strengths and limitations of IECL. Some strengths are targeted skill practice, immediate feedback. This shows the reasoning behind the answer. IECL will show the reasoning behind the answer. It adapts to all learners. It covers a wide range of math topics, and students can practice at their own pace. Some limitations may include evidence of learning. It can be harder to track since it is not written work. IECL can feel repetitive to some students, less collaboration with peers, and it does require at-home internet access. When to use IExcel and the why behind using it. For independent practice, as a formative assessment, we want to use it during small groups intervention, and this can also be used as a test preparation tool for a review for a test. Our why would be to provide personalized learning. It can identify students' strengths and some gaps, and just that targeted practice as mentioned before, and differentiation. Here's some comparison of IExcel and questioning. They both have evidence of learning, student reflection, both effective in increasing math skills and knowledge, and just some differences. IExcel is digital. It encourages independency while questioning. This can be something we all do as a class. It encourages discussion. It reveals misconceptions. It builds math vocabulary. And it's best for class discourse. How does questioning and I excel align with assessment for and as of learning? I excel and questioning both align with the three purposes of assessment. Questioning is powerful for assessment for learning as it helps teachers adjust instruction. This supports assessments as learning by encouraging students to reflect and discuss. Questioning as an assessment of learning allows students to see their mistakes and correct them. IECL supports assessment for learning with instant feedback and progress tracking. For as learning through adaptive practices and built-in resources, IExcel extends to assessment of learning by producing reports and mastery data as evidence of achievement. Altogether, they both have conceptual understanding with measurable skill growth. And for my reflection, in conclusion, questioning and IExcel each bring unique strengths to math assessment in the classroom setting. Questioning encourages deeper thinking, reflection, and helps explain their reasoning while also increasing class engagement. IExcel Math provides a structured practice, instant feedback, and progress tracking that supports independence, growth, and accountability. Together, these two assessment tools create a balance in the classroom that strengthens procedural skills while building a solid foundation in conceptual understanding of mathematics. Thank you.